Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping, and I want to thank you for being here. Please subscribe. I know everybody says that when they're on a blog, just subscribe, ring the bell, all that, blah. But it really does help me a lot. So it's an easy thing to do. So I hope that you don't mind. And thank you for being here. For those that are always here and those that are new, I really appreciate it. Today we're going to be doing a lake scene, and I am going to be sharing some coloring tips. And I also have some information you might want to stick around for. All right, so don't forget to put a comment in. So if you are here live, that you might get the card that I'm working on today. All right, I'm going to spin you down and we're going to get going. Okay, let's see. That's not bad. All right, so we're going to start today with Azure Afternoon, and it's 4¼ by 11, and I've already scored it at 5½. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to fold it over, and I have my, yep, right here, my bone folder. And I'm going to go ahead before we get started and put down the white that's going to go on top. So we'll do that quick. I don't know why I turn it over. You guys, there's nothing on there and I'm not stamping on it, but you know, it's habit. Okay, so the news I would like to share is that after being on the phone for countless, well, probably a couple hours with WordPress and then GoDaddy, I have decided to go from my paid blog to a free blog. So I have a new address. Pat's going to put that on. Hey, Cheryl, nice to meet you or see you here. She's going to put that in. And then that way, when I am posting, it's not as pretty because it's free, but the content will still be there. So if you want to see the cards up close, you are more than welcome. All right, so I'm going to bring this in, and that white, I'm sorry, is 4 by 5¼ and the white I'm using now is 3¾ by 5. All right, so I'm going to, let me show you which stamp set we're using today. Peaceful Pier. And a lot of times I won't buy a stamp unless I'm sure I want to keep it, but lately I've been going crazy. But this one I definitely want to keep because we had a pier like this in Michigan growing up on a lake, and we always would sit out by it and try to fish. And we had a lot of trees around, and I mean, I've never caught a fish that looks like these, but I do remember catching one once when it was without even a bait on the hook, which they must have been very hungry. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get that going. So let's see. I have the pier here, and I am going this upside down, but it doesn't really matter right at this moment. All right, so I'm going to have this kind of go up this way because I want to leave room, but I want it to kind of go off so I don't have to worry about that side. Let's go up a little bit more. Okay. And I might not, oh no, it's not bad. Okay. Okay, so Pat just put down my new blog address. All you're adding is the WordPress, and then between teddybearstamping and .com. Like I said, that's the free one that I can get. My regular blog that has been out forever is still good until tomorrow. I don't know how long they wait before they realize I'm not paying them before they take it off. So we'll see on how long that takes, but you can go and access it if you want. And then you can see what it used to look like if you want. Otherwise, you know, just Hopefully you'll still want to come here because this is where I usually do my work anyway. And I just put it on there so you guys can sign up for my newsletter. So that was the other thing is the newsletter I will be posting or having Pat post the link here for you guys you can sign up from there to get the free PDFs. I just sent out one today. So look in your mail if you've already signed up. And I had 4 on there. So that's kind of cool that I could get those all out to you. But every time I do a blog or a video, I put out a PDF and I send it about 2 to, I'm trying to get this lined up, 2 to 4 weeks after. So, and I try to it might be even a little bit longer. I am trying to line this up as best I can without it getting, the reason why I was taking my time is that I don't want any of the blue to you'll see if I made a mistake, you'll see white next to it. And I didn't want that. All right, so I have the little boy or girl, depending, she could have short hair, right? Hey, Valerie, didn't see you come in. All right, now I cut this fish. This is probably the 4th time I've cut this fish, but he's really tiny. And every time I cut him, he disappears. So I'm hoping he's going to stay put. Okay, so now we've got that. I'm going to come in with pecan pie and just go under him so it looks like he's sitting on some sand or something. It hasn't arrived yet. Oh, I am hoping that I put enough postage on it because it was thick. So if not, hopefully it'll come back here before, and not have somebody keep it. Wouldn't that be awful if somebody kept it? But it is pretty, so I wouldn't blame them. But if not, I think I can send you another one. Just keep me posted, Valerie, and we'll see. All right, then I'm going to bring in Granny Apple and do the up to the pier. Hey, Mary, did I see you come in? Oh, I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. You know I love you. Okay, my Granny Apple green brush. Of course, I didn't have that. Hold on one second, and I will grab it. There it is. Okay, it was right next to me in my holder. I kind of want it to look like it's coming up to where that is and down. That's not bad. I love Granny Apple. It's so pretty. You did enter stealthily. All right, now that we have that's just the bottom part. I'm going to come in with the Azure Afternoon and do the rest. So that's why we've covered these up because, and these are dark, so it doesn't matter if I go over those and they're not covered because they're black and it will still show. All right, we're going to get going. And I probably should have re-inked that, but I didn't. So we'll see how we do. I'm going to have to probably go over it quite a bit because I don't want the swirls to show. That fish is still there. Good. When I did my sample, I was all done. The fish wasn't colored, so it was there, and then it was gone. And I looked at my brush. I couldn't find it. I'm like, where did it go? I still don't know. So he just didn't want to stay put. It's part of using the tape multiple times. It doesn't want to stay. So we're going to just try to go around it. Doesn't have to be perfect, just enough to where it looks like water. I'm gonna go one more time. No, it's not. And this fishy is super small. So I couldn't keep him on with this because it was just too hard. Because I didn't do the line because it's dark, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I thought I made a mistake, but I didn't. Okay, I think that's good. And I did get a little bit on his hat, but we're going to use blends. All right, so now I want to give a shout out to Jay Soriano. I've been taking his classes when it's something that I already own on his coloring, and it's called like Masterpiece Coloring Class or something on YouTube or Facebook. Okay, so there is some that we didn't get that is behind him. So we're going to come in with a blend, and just on this part where we're just going to color it. It might be a little bit darker than the water, but it's not going to show. Like if we kept it white, you would know. So we can always go over it a little bit with the color lifter if it's too dark. Okay, so I've been taking his class because I really have been having fun with him doing this all, and he's really good. So if you want to learn how to color, he has a paid class. Okay, I'm trying to find my pecan pie. And I'm not seeing it. So I'm going to color him and then come back in with my blend and see if I can just do it without noticing. But do you see how there's white right here next to the chair? That's because I didn't have it covered very well. I didn't have it cut close enough. All right, now I'm going to use gray granite for the chair, just the metal part. And I'm going to do dark. So I'm going to try to remember what Jay has taught me, which he teaches everybody. But if Jay happens to catch this, I'm sorry if this looks bad. So I'm just using the gray granite in places I think it will be darker. And then come in, whoops, I didn't do the top. With the light, blend it in a little bit. You just want some texture is all. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and then I'll come in with the dark on the edges. So this might take a little longer because I am trying to show you what I learned, and I hope that that is okay. But what can I do, right? I got to be able to use it if I've paid for it. All right, so now we have that, and there is some of this that didn't get covered. Oh, look, it barely even shows. You can't even tell. Yay! All right, so what he uses a lot of is the skin tones. So we're using the 200, the 400, and the 600, which is, let's see, the medium combo, the medium deep combo, and the deep combo. Does that make sense? Because they used to number them and now they don't. And the way to find out how to do this, let me grab a piece of scrap. Let's see if I can find a piece. Okay. Is that you color it. Okay, so this is the 200. So you put the 200, and you would think 200 low number, that it would be lighter, but it's not. And then you do the 400 right next to it, and you can see how they blend together. And then you do the 600 and see how those look. And that's lighter. And those are the three colors I'm going to use for the pier. All right, so you always start. He does it my way too, which I'm happy to say. You always start with the darker color because then it's easier to blend, I think. And we just use the darker color to come in a little bit And then once you get past a certain point, you're going to just do like every other line, and you're just going to flick it towards, that way it kind of goes off on its own, I guess. Okay, and then because this is light, like closer to us, we're not going to do that so dark. All right, then we're going to come in with the 400, which is this one, and we're going to just go back over and extend a little bit of what we've already done and fill in a little bit where we were, or where we stopped and didn't do it. Blends are fun. I don't know how you guys feel about them, but I like them. Okay, so we're just going to leave like up to like the last little bit of the pier, and then we're going to come in, and you're going to leave a little bit of whites in places. Now, I know I'm probably not doing as well as he did, but we're going to just go with it. All right, so now I'm going to come in with the 600, and that, I've kind of ruined my tip, but I'm hoping it'll be okay. Look at how pretty that is. Now, if you didn't like how it came out, we could always go back over it with the dark. But that looks really pretty. Okay, so I am going to go back with it a little bit because I think some of my dark got like so blended you can't even see it anymore. I'm going to go ahead and use the dark for the little ones and come up. I just did the bottom bit. All right, let's. That looks good. Okay, sorry, I get tickled. You don't like the blend, Cheryl? I love them. Love them. But then I've never tried any other companies because I stick with Stampin' Up. So, all right. And then one more time, I'm going to go back over just to make sure it's all blended nicely. And then hopefully I don't like take away my lights. All right. So I did a little bit of the dark on the side. I'm going to go in with the 400 and just finish that this way. And then I'm going to continue. I'm going to turn this to the side and just do dark on the bottom. And then come in with the 600. I don't know how my mom did it. She was left-handed, and this is how she always held her hand. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and color this a little bit more over here because I don't want water to be there. That's part of the pier. Okay. Go back over it with the light. All right, so let me go ahead with the 400 and get these last bits right here. So right now, that doesn't look too bad, right? All right, and then I'm going to do the greenery here real quick, and I'm going to use the Old Olive Dark just at the bottoms because they're in the grass, and I'm just going to flick them up and hopefully, and then I'll come in with the lighter to do the tops. Now these, you could try. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit towards the top so at least it has like a hint of green. Okay. All right, so now we're going to move on to the boy. And I'm going to show you my sample. I had red and blue where he was all in blue. It's like he's in a jumper. And I don't want to do that. That's not how, when I took the class, this was the only part that I saw after I started this card. So this is all me. I did come back and try to fix the pier after I took the class. But the boy, I mean, you can tell I didn't do as good of a job as I'm hoping that I'm going to show you. But the fish is how he showed it. And I love that fish. So I'm not going to do the red and blue. I'm going to do what he did in class, which is green. But I don't want to do blue for the top because with the blue right here, it's going to be hard to see. So I'm just going to start off with the dark old olive and do a little here on that. Follow this along here. Make a little, see, I did get a little blue on there, but I think it'll be fine when I'm done. And right there. And then try to have a little bit there. All right, then come in with the light and just fill in the rest. But you can see how it blends really nice. And it matches all of our stuff. So that's what I like. All right. He does have a little blue there. I'm just going to bring in the dark so that it does. Whoops, not that one because that tip is about gone. Just do a little bit of dark there so it doesn't look blue. All right. And then I'm going to do his short. So while I have the dark, we're going to go ahead and, well, maybe I should do, yeah, let's do that. I'll make his shirt red. So I'm just going to follow where the lines are, sorry. And then come down here a little bit and go along the top here. Just because I think it should be a little bit darker. And then I'm going to do the boots by coming down here and doing a little bit up here. And let's do the other one, which is probably going to be a little bit more shaded because it's under the chair. Well, I think it's under the chair. It might not be under the chair. All right. And then come in with the light. Thank you, Pat. Also, I said earlier, I'm not sure if Pat heard me but where you can sign up for my newsletter to get the free PDFs. I don't ask anything of you other than for you to sign up for my newsletter, and then we're all good. And then I send them out for free. All right, let's see. Okay, I am going to do the chair in bronze, and let's see if I can find my bronze. Nope. I had everything ready, but I forgot that I wanted to do the chair. So we're just going to do the 200 on the edges here because it's dark. And then I'm going to just do this because I think that he should have something he's sitting on. And we'll do the 400 because I don't want it to be too light. Now, this isn't how he did it, but I thought it would be okay. Okay. See, there's blue right there. Missed it. Light, 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 light right here. And right there. There, you can't even tell. I'm just going to say that the water comes all the way to here. All right, now I'm going to do his skin, and that's going to be in the, let's see, I want to make sure I say this right, the light and the medium light, which is 700 and 900, if you guys still have that on yours, because that's how mine came, is that I put them how they usually came out. Okay, let's see, and there's his arm. He should be darker considering he's sitting out in the sun. Whoops, I did it the opposite way. This is why you should always do this and then this, because then you know. I was assuming that the dark was the harder color. So we're just gonna, his face is really, he's been out in the sun. And then I'm gonna just have this be the dark because it's under. Now we'll go to the other lighter one and see, you should never assume, right? All right, I think I got it all. Okay, now we're gonna do a shirt and then I'm gonna run over there and get, or just see if I can do the, oh, I forgot to do the top for the boots. Okay, and with the lighter, the 600, I'm going to do the suspenders so that it looks like they are like leather or something. Okay, red. We're going to do dark red first. And I am going to have it be here and coming down and here. Sorry, I keep looking at my other side here, and I'm going to just go ahead and have that show, this show. All right, and then the light. So then we're almost done with everything on the front, except for I still got to go and do my brown. But I think I might be able to do this, the brush. We'll see. And I missed a little white there. That's cute, huh? All right, so blue, the light blue, right here. This is good that I got it so close. All right, I'm going to go back over this and see if I can get some of that off, and maybe, just maybe, we can make it not go too much on the boots, and I still have to do the bottom of the boot, so we'll just do that over. There, perfect. Thank you, Cheryl. All right, so I'm going to move this for now so you guys can maybe see it better. I'm sorry. Whoops. Sorry if I can't get closer, but we're doing what we can. I don't like that the fishing pole can be seen, so I'm just going to, since that's black, it doesn't really matter. There. And the bottom of his feet. We're going to do that in the dark. All right. Ta-da! Now I'm going to bring in a scrap to do the fish, which I think he's really cute. I like this fish. Whoop, just got my finger in it, which is funny because that's why I splattered the inside of my first one, because I got my finger and smudged right here. So I splattered everything. So then that way, you know, that's what I meant to do. You never know. All right, and then I'm going to stamp the sentiment, and I'm going to cut that out. Oops. All on the same scrap. Let's see if I can do this. Nope. So we will. It's what happens when you have really small words. Let me do this. The marker. Okay. Let's try that again. That's better. I'm going to go ahead and cut that off so I don't forget and end up messing it up when I cut out everything else. I like going this way. Okay, and then I'm going to trim a little bit off the bottom, just hopefully straight. I didn't do this on my first one, but we're going to do it. There. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down so I don't lose it. Anybody know about losing stuff easily? I'm sure every video you watch, everybody's losing something. All right. Just going to put this here, and it's thinking of you today. And that's in this set too. And then I'll read you the ones that's also in the set. It is really kind of cool. All right, so now we got the fish. All right, so first we're going to bring in the Azure Blue Dark. And you're going to do the bottom part of the fin. Just, well, I don't think that's the bottom, is it? Whatever's attached to his body. And then we're going to follow this line and come right here. And then follow from like the gill towards the nose. Then we're going to come in with the light. Let me see if I can get you any closer so you can see better. You might have to see my mess, but we'll move over. Does that help? I don't know about you, but it bugs me when it's not straight. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of the light right there. And then I'm just going to follow this. Not a lot, but just enough to give it a little bit of dimension. And then try not to get his eyeball. All right. Then we are going to come in with dark granny apple. Dark granny apple. And follow that line again. Go around his gills or fin flapper. Sorry, I get goofy. All right, let's go ahead and just extend that. So we're gonna make that. All right, and then I'm going to use just a little there and then come in with the light. Finish this off. And then come up this way and go back over a little bit what I've already done so that it blends. Isn't that cute? See a little bit better so it blends nicely. There we go. And then we're going to come in with Pool Party for the bottom. Go around and come in through here. And then I need to do that with the light blue. I didn't. And then the dark. So pretty. Okay, then for his little flippers here, whatever you call them, we're going to use dark pumpkin pie for the ones closest to his body. Not much there because it's kind of hidden. And then along here. All right. Whoop. Picked it right up. All right. And then the last bit is light peach pie. He's a colorful guy. There, I think I did it, except for one last thing. We're going to come in with the gray granite or light. I want to use the gray granite. The light gray granite and do inside his mouth because we don't want him to look like he's got just a white mouth. All right. There are no dies in this, so I'm going to go ahead. It is a rainbow trout. I don't know if it is, but it's pretty. And I'm just going to trim because there aren't any dies, but this isn't hard. Oh, you know what? I forgot to, you guys didn't tell me that I forgot to do this one right here. Goodness. All right. Sorry, I cracked myself up. It's not that hard to do for this small little fish, and I might get close on some of them and not as close on others, but as I like to say, it's all good. It is handmade after all. And if anybody complains, then you know what to do, right? You just don't send them another one. They have to appreciate it, which my brother did not, so he hasn't received any more. And it was an over-the-top card. It was super over the top. Okay, so now I'm going to add, we weren't that close anyway, but okay, I had the die. Okay, well, I'm just going to have to, oh, got them right here in my hand. They stuck to me. Down by his nose, and then one on his tail. Well, that side didn't have the thing taken off. Okay, take that off. And then one big one, because it's got the room. All right, then I'm going to just put that. Oh, isn't that cute? I love that. I think I might change one thing, though, is that I might go over with the light, with the blue, so it's not so stark, but you still see it. It just looks like it's in your face. I just want a hint. Okay. All right, so we got that done. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put it on. Did I miss anything? Do you guys see anything that I missed? I hope not. All right. Just looking for my tape. And my sponging doesn't look too bad, does it? Okay. Well, that's totally not straight, but it's handmade. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and bring out the other white for the inside, which I always have it be where it matches the front. But since I had two whites, I can't really do two whites, so I'm just going to do one white. All right, so I'm just going to bring this back out because I'm going to stamp. Hold on, maybe not. Maybe not. We don't need that. The trees that are in the set. So this only uses what's in the set. A lot of times I'll mix and match for like sentiments, but not this time. Okay, whoops, that didn't get it very well. Hold on. See one spot. This is why you want to do it from up, like pounce on it, because this didn't quite make it. All right. I want to make sure my tree is standing straight. Okay, and then let's see. I'm kind of scared about this. Is that I had a sentiment to put inside, but I'm worried that I won't get it straight and then it'll ruin the whole thing. But it says just because. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my scrap, and then if it works, I'll mat it or something. And that way, no matter what, it'll be okay. I don't want to mess it up. I'm scared. Okay, hold on. Yep, see? Did you see that? All right, so now I'm going to get it again and try to bring it down a little bit on one side. Let's see if that will. That's better. Okay, so we have to tilt it. See, I trim all my stamps because I can't stand to have the things show. Oh, let's hope. Not too bad. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and color the inside. I'm letting this dry real quick. Woo. All right. So we are going to use gray granite for the stones because that makes sense. And that's the light for the rocks. And I'm just going to have it be darker at the top. I don't know why. It should probably be the other way around, but maybe maybe the sun's coming up. I don't know about you guys, but I do this a lot where I make stories up of what's going on in my cards because it fits whatever I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm weird that way. I don't know whether this is, I think it is a rock. We're going to just say it's a rock, okay? All right. All right, there we go. And then I'm just going to do let's do the tree because that would be easier. I am going to do, let's see, the two that are in the middle, 4 and 6. That's right? Yes. And just do, this is where I need my cheat sheet because I don't remember which one's darker. Okay, I did it right. I'm just going to have it go kind of where I think the tree has limbs. This will help. I don't know if that's a limb. All right, I think I got that. And then we'll go in with the light. My dad was a huge fisherman, and I'm sure he would have known whatever this was, Mary, but I just caught them and I didn't know what they were, but I enjoyed it a lot. I'm just going to say that the tree comes all the way down to the water. That sounds good to me. All right, and then we're going to do, because we used Granny Apple in the front, I'm going to do it on this too. Let's see, Granny Apple. And I know that we did it on the greenery around the pier, but that's not as in your face, like I guess I like to say. Oh, this was the dark. We're going to go back over the light because I did the wrong one. No, I have always loved to fish. I just don't get the chance like I used to when I was little. So this is what we do. We fish on paper. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and do it with this again for the big tree. And I'm just going to do dots. This is what, in just certain places that it looks like it would be darker. Where they have more of the leaves. And if I accidentally go away from where the tree is, that we're all right. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with the light and try to color in the rest. And just have those few highlights. Okay, I am in my camera. I think that that's part of it because it's got the black right there. So this is a little bit more time sensitive. It didn't take me long doing it the way I did it the first time because I didn't take the class yet and I didn't try to make it be really awesome. But I really do enjoy being able, I took art for like, I'd say in middle school, maybe around 2 weeks. And then I transferred out because I'm like, this is no fun. So, Maybe I should have stayed in there because I didn't know I was artistic until I was an adult. You know how that goes. Sometimes you just don't know. All right, and then I am going to use, I know it's not, these are pines, but I'm just going to add a little bit of color. They're dark, but I just want to, around the edges, make it look like they're green and not black. Give that hint. And just color that in and do this one. There. And I forgot one tiny spot of a tree trunk right here. All right, and then I'm just going to color in the rest with the light gray granite on the ground here, because I'm thinking there's not quite so much greenery in there, because it's pretty shaded. And then you can come in with water if you want, but I'm not going to go there today. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. All right, so Pat, you can go ahead and do the drawing for who gets this card, and you guys can choose which one you like better. And I will mail it out tomorrow because let's put this up where you can see it. I made it closer, and now, so look, I did smudge a little bit there, but it's not as much as I did before. So what do you think? Oh, forgot the fish. Sorry. We're gonna do the fish in pumpkin pie and the, there we go. Goodness, we can't have a fish not be colored. In the peach pie, sorry. All right, so here is this one. Let me grab the other one. I don't know. Let me go up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. There we go. And then you can pick which one you like better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe. And remember, I am a demonstrator. So if you live in the US, I would love to be your demonstrator. It would really help me out. And I'm here every Thursday, except for times when I'm on vacation, which I'm not planning one anytime soon. So we're good. All right. So thank you, Lola. I really like that. Left side of the bush. Are you saying that I missed the left side of the bush? Oh, you're right. Ha! You are so right. Okay, we're going to do that right now. Can't have that. There we go. Thank you, Cheryl. All right. And if you like the splatter, that's easy to do. So Haiti, I didn't even see you come in. I am so sorry. Haiti, you won. Yay. All right, girls, or guys, if you guys are here, sorry. I will hopefully see you next week. And if this is your first time visiting, try to catch a live so maybe you can win something. All right, we will talk to you later. Thank you.